Come on in, welcome to my home. Today is a really cool video because I got to partner with Wildgrain. This is really great because they sent me a free box to test out and share with you, and they included a link, but we're going to get all to that as we go. So your first question probably is, well, what is Wildgrain? Well, Wildgrain is a food subscription service. To be specific, Wildgrain is a bread subscription service. I think it's the first of its kind. They make sourdough, and I mean, it is absolutely the most amazing. I'm getting way ahead of myself. First thing that comes to you is a box. It is a box of your bread, and it is packed with dry ice. This is a recyclable box, so you can then recycle it, and in it is a lot of things. And this is the first box, and in my box, it was easy to say, in my box, there was one plain sourdough loaf, one slow fermented 3-seed loaf, one sourdough harvest loaf, one package of fresh fettuccine, 6 giant chocolate chunk cookies, 4 croissants. It is just amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's talk about this. It was started by a couple who wanted to eat clean with natural ingredients, and so they came up with recipes to make this. It is an artisan bread, so this isn't your normal supermarket kind of thing. These are really good loaves of bread, which are somewhat amazing, simply because it is natural good ingredients. It is sourdough, so that means it's fermented, and there's lots of studies that say fermented food is beneficial for you. I'm not going to go into the science of that. If you are interested in the science of it, it is all linked down below in the description, but I can tell you some of the highlights of it. Sourdough can be healthier than regular dough because the body absorbs nutrients differently with sourdough because of the lactate. Like I said, all of this is linked down below in the description. You don't want to hear me go into a whole bunch of sciencey stuff about this because there are other people who can do this much better. But what I can tell you is how this worked for me and what I enjoyed about it. When you get this, you just put it into the freezer, because unlike other breads and things where you have to thaw it out, this is going to go from your freezer to you fairly quickly. Most of these can cook in under 25 minutes, so how do you do it? Well, simple. You will just take it out of the freezer, put it onto your pan that you're going to preheat your oven, put it onto your pan, and then bake for the recommended time. Now, the one thing I will tell you is be sure that your oven bakes at a certain temperature. Mine can be sort of wonky, so I had to keep an eye on it, but other than that, there's nothing to it. Then, after baking for a certain amount of time, most of these do tell you to rest. Let them rest for anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes before you actually eat it. And then you have fresh baked bread. And how do they taste? Alright, let's taste the chocolate chip cookie. Those are really good. Yeah, I really like that. Let's give this a taste. Ooh, it is definitely flaky. That's really good. Crisp on the outside, soft on the inside. So good. I'm sort of like amazed by this because I was very skeptical about the fact that it's just like, okay, so I'm getting frozen bread. What exactly is frozen bread going to taste like? Well, it really tastes like fresh bakery bread, and that's the big thing about this. This doesn't taste like supermarket bakery bread. This tastes like true bakery bread that you would find out there at a really good bakery. They are using very good products, very good supplies. It's just really cool. And the fact that this is sent to you in an eco-friendly box, that makes me happy. The fact that I can have fresh bread in less than a half an hour, that also makes me happy. Alright, let's give this bread a taste. That is really good. I mean, that is really, really good. I'm impressed. What are some of the fun things about this? Well, if you are a carb eater and you love bread, this one really is for you. You are going to enjoy getting a box of bread every month, and it is a monthly subscription service, and you are going to truly enjoy the taste of it. Because the taste of it is what actually surprised me. It tastes so bakery fresh that it is amazing. I didn't think that it would taste as bakery fresh as it does, but it does. And then the fact that it was so easy to do, it just sort of surprised me that I could then have such a good quality product delivered right to my house. I don't have to go anywhere, I don't have to do anything, and I can pull it out whenever I want it. So let's talk taste. Now, I bake my own bread, which you know. This obviously is using very, very good quality ingredients because you can really taste the difference in the bread, and you can really feel the difference in the textures and the time that they've taken to make this. This is an artisan bread, which means that it is made by people. So this is not one of those mass-produced kind of things. This is just good quality products made in a very good way so that it shows. Now, the one thing which I do find very interesting about this is the fact that the loaves, I think, probably would be good for a carb-eating family of 4. With just the 2 of us here, I think it will last quite a while, so it would be one of those things where every other month I'd have to probably skip a box because we don't eat that many carbs around here. But these would be such good quality carbs. These have the amazing taste, the amazing texture. The fact that they use smaller bakeries, they're not using mass production things, they are using small businesses to create their business. They've partnered with bakeries to get all across the country to get this to you. And it really is surprising how good something that can be frozen that easily can be. Because normally, if you've ever bought store-bought bread and you try to bake it yourself, it tastes like store-bought bread that you baked it yourself. This does not. For the first 50 people, they're going to provide $10 off your first box and free croissants. That's really so cool. That link is down in the description, and it is for the first 50 people. You might be asking yourself, how much is this? Well, the subscription service is $89 a month. And yes, I do realize that for some of you that is really expensive. But the quality of the items that you get and the ingredients, it really, you can taste the difference. You can taste the quality of the ingredients that they use, and you can taste how good it is. So while it is expensive, you are getting your money's worth. That's the important part. And it is sort of fun to know that, yeah, every month I'm going to have new ingredients. Now, they do not make it so that you can personalize your box at this time or that you can order individual items. It is just a box which they curate and then ship to you. If that becomes available later on, I will let you know. They do have corporate gifts that you can do. It is a really cool subscription service that you can do. And I mean, who doesn't love fresh bread, fresh cookies? They do have a pastries box, which does include pastries. I will link the website also down in the description so that way you can check it out. But I was really surprised, and I mean very happily surprised, at how really good it is, and how you can taste the difference in the quality of ingredients and the precision and the care that went into making it. It all comes through. It all tastes really good. Now, like I said, if you're interested in it, check that description down for those first 50 people who get that $10 off and free croissants off of their first box. And I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought about that, or if there's other subscription services you'd like to see me try. And also, I'd like to take this time to thank these wonderful people who help keep this channel going and help it be possible for me to make videos like this. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I get to see you again the next time you stop by.